obviously a very different Lakers team than you saw a few weeks ago. What's standing out to you with this current iteration of their roster?
A lot more dependent on James, specifically. Playing faster with more pace, getting up and down. I think they're delivering what they do with Doncic and Reeves, but trying to get up and down. And then just different sets overall. It's obviously a lot less isolation. Pick and roll, it's more post-ups, nail isos and things of that nature. But they are still probably figuring out 5 games in. And, we got some things we can look at from them, but the majority of the trends from throughout the season are obviously going to be different.
Even though it's not something you always do, but with Luka and Austin now, do you plan on trying to trap James, get the ball in his hands, and make other guys beat you?
Yeah, at times we'll mix it up, and just like we would with them, even if they were there, you want to give really good players different looks and try to keep them off balance some, and encourage others to try to beat you. So it'll be more of the same.
With the trap of Durant, it seems like you guys handled that better in recent weeks. Are there any schematic adjustments that you made other than just get it directly to the pocket?
I mean, first of all, you take care of the ball. The turnovers were really hurting us out of that. But as I've said, I mean, our numbers against double teams and traps were really good all year except for the fourth quarter. So it hurt us late in games a lot. Other times we managed it pretty well. But yeah, getting to our spacing, providing outlets, and then not being as patient as Kevin is at times. You want him to attack before the double team gets there. He rejected it, beat the big city outside in that third game here the night after the other one. And so some things we did better, some things schematically, but majority is take care of the ball and guys be confident and aggressive behind it, being playmakers.
And with the
At
game,
what point during this preparation will you decide on who your fifth starter will be?
As we go, I think we're kind of zeroing in on what we like matchup-wise, and I pretty much know what I'm going to do. That's it.
Obviously, there's a lot of other players involved, but what do you think of the marquee matchup between LeBron and Kevin, just two players that are some of the greatest that the league has seen?
Yeah, it's prime time, like you said, two of the best, and still doing it at this stage in their careers. And, have had some battles in the playoffs, but not a ton, being in the East and West a lot. And so that part alone has a lot of storylines, a lot of history, and I'm sure this will add to their chapters.
when the game slows down in the postseason, does your job change? Are you dictating more plays? Are you more active in that role?
Yeah, I would say in general, but even throughout this season with some of our late game letdowns, I think I've got to more play calls and try to get very specific instead of just kind of going like we would in the first few quarters. And so, yes, you want to be specific there. As our young guards have grown, to take some of the responsibility away, but you don't want to micromanage every possession, especially early in the games, to make them think and play slower. But late game execution has been an issue for us, and so yes, I will be calling more late game.
You talked about, the fourth quarter, what you're looking for from Durant, specifically perhaps just relying on him, but not too much. Are you guys at the place you want to be with that when games are on the line late?
Yeah, definitely. I think we were too reliant on that, like you mentioned, and I think that hurt us, got a little stagnant at times, and I think we got back away from that, incorporated more off-ball movement to the team, different guys attacking. We have all the numbers to show what works well for us, what doesn't, specific situations. More no turnover guys and all kind of rash. So we feel good about Kevin and Alfie and specifically isolation, post-ups, but don't think that takes out of that easily. We go to some other things.
You surge down the stretch. Do you feel good about the level that you're playing at entering the playoffs?
Yeah, for the most part, you want to play your best and be healthy, and I think we've done that. Outside of a few quarters and lulls here and there, it's been some of our most consistent basketball of the year, and so that's what you're looking for. Now it's zero in on specifics. For me, it's the big theme in this series will be figuring out. Last year I felt, with Golden State, it took us about 2 or 3 games to really understand how we want to guard them. A lot of our guys first time, we want to get to it quicker this time. Now let's hurt us after a few games. That's what this week, the preparation is for.
To that point, how have you seen yourself grow as a coach this season? And what do you take from it? As far as you go headed to the playoffs, what maybe adjustments you think, okay, this is where we need to, I can do better at myself as a coach?
Yeah, understanding what works well for us, as the season went. You start to see trends of what's good and bad, and at some point you are who you are in certain situations, and so we got away from things that were hampering us or I felt we should have been better at, but also cleaned up those areas as well. And then to your guys' point, like being more specific with play calls, slowing it down, and getting us into what we need to, helping our young guards out as far as that, and then just find those matchups, rotation, things of that nature.
You never know how a player might play in their first action on the postseason. After last year's Warriors series, what did you learn about Jabari and Alp in their performance, and what is your expectation separately of Reed in his first go-round?
Yeah, that they rose to the occasion, stepped up in the moment, got better as the series went, and you expect that from young guys. And so I think that first time is behind a lot of them. We got some veterans as well that have been there, done that, but for our young guys, we had some struggles at times, and that Golden State series, but I think with all the things we've been through and playing in meaningful games in the playoff series last year, that could kind of be behind guys, and obviously you're going to have some game one jitters, but I think that'll go away pretty quickly.
You said you're zeroing in on the game one starter for the fifth spot. Do you want to tell us who that player is?
No, not yet.
The first round has more off days than every other round. Obviously, there's more practice time. What does that mean in terms of preparation and treatment?
Yeah, just like I said, zeroing on more things. Obviously, if you win the game and you like what you did, you double down on that, but you always can learn from it as well, knowing the good and the bad. Obviously, it's time for adjustments as well, and things that they'll do differently, but rest is good as well. In the series, and for us, we'll take those days for preparation and rest, and kind of peaking physically. I think with these days off, this week off, we should be good to go.
Obviously,
To get the bulk of the defensive assignment against LeBron? Who do you expect to get the bulk of the defensive assignment?
We have multiple guys. Josh will be there, Tari will be there, Ari, Kevin. I'm in as well, so we like the length and size that we have on the wing. We can throw different bodies at them, and so outside of I'd say Reed and Aaron from a size standpoint, we like a lot of the matchups. Some guys have done certainly well on them and better than others.
obviously you want to win every game, but guys will say you want to try to go get one on the road. Just knowing their situation, how much more important is it to get off to a great start, early on the road like this?
Yeah, regardless of the injuries, I think that was our mindset. Similar to Golden State last year, we wanted to get off to a better start, and I think for us to put pressure on them and see how other guys, some of their guys who have been in the situation, react is a good thing for us. But we want to get off to a great start, and like I said, improving from last year overall, regardless of what they're going through.
Back to the subject of playoff experience, how much do you think that Durant's vast experience and everything he's been through can help the team down in this run?
Yeah, man, he's seen it all, and just throughout the season, albeit with different players and some different guys, building that chemistry. He's been through every situation, so nothing is new for him as far as this. Guys that's won championships and very deep playoff runs, is not going to be phased by it at all.
Thanks, Coach.